Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. So, little Gigi is joining us for a few minutes while I walk you through what I'm going to make with you this morning. So, if you guys watched some of my videos yesterday on my channel, it was all about kids and projects and really simple things that you can do, like campfire oven s'mores, and I did some butcher paper and brown paper tracing and crayon projects. I did a half sheet pan cake as an edible art project. And then I finished off the evening with mac and cheese popcorn, which I ate the whole bowl. So it was a lot of fun. But now we're going to get back to cooking videos and entertaining videos for you and your family, since we are all spending a little more time at home right now. And I thought, and Gigi and Lady both love that, because Ryan and I have been home now for quite a while, and they love all the snuggles in the afternoon. So I'm sure if you guys at home have pets, they are all loving it as well. So I'm going to put Gigi down. Bye, Gigi. Thank you. So today's recipe is all about corner store tacos. And what I thought I would do is create a few recipes over the next few days that are all really simple, really simple to make and recreate at home, that really just utilize things from your corner store. So growing up, I remember I used to shop at a little market after school called Paul's Market in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And it was just like a little convenience store, but it was privately owned. And the guy, Paul, the owner, he was really nice. And I used to buy 3 Musketeer bars for like 25 cents. I love memories like that. So today's recipe and the next recipes over the coming days, like I said, are all going to be about corner store recipes. So whether you have a market like Paul's Market, or whether you have Walgreens, which is actually where I got all of this, or a little convenience store, a 7-Eleven, take note of what I found and go out and look and try to find either the exact same thing or something similar so that you can make these recipes at home. So today I'm making tacos, and I'm so excited because I'm starving. I realized last night that after I ate the popcorn, I had a stomachache because I ate the whole bowl, and then I didn't eat dinner. So I'm really excited for tacos today. And what inspired this recipe is actually this taco dinner kit that I found. So I usually buy taco shells, I usually buy flour tortillas, and I found this kit at Walgreens, and it was like the perfect size and the perfect, ingredients to really kind of inspire these corner store tacos. So it has taco sauce, taco seasoning, and it has 6 hard shells and 6 flour tortillas. So today I'm going to use the 6 hard shells and the taco seasoning. So before we get started, though, let me give you a little overhead view of what I have going on, because I think that everybody has a hard time with plating and assembling tacos. So let me show you my little trick here. So I have a cutting board, and I'm going to put down an muffin tin upside down. It's just a standard 12-cup muffin tin. And I'm going to put a little tea towel over it. And what this is going to do is I'm going to stack my shells right inside. So not only is this a great way to assemble your tacos, but this is also a great way to serve them. And I know you can buy those stainless steel metal taco stands. I don't have room for all of that, so I am doing things just like this. And then I can just bring the board to the table and nobody knows the difference. And if you need more than 6 tacos, you can do another board with another muffin tin. So you could do, maybe this is of course vegetarian, maybe you could do another platter if you wanted to add meat, but I just love how easy this is. So I'm going to put this aside, and now we're going to get to the filling for the tacos. So I'm going to put a little 10-inch skillet over medium heat, and I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I don't want these to be too oily, so just a little bit of olive oil. And while that heats up, let me walk you through what else I have. So I have a can of black beans, again, that I found just at the corner store, that I've rinsed and drained. I found a red onion. I found some garlic. I found a jar of jalapenos. I found a can of green chilies, which I've used a little bit of it, but that's okay. I found some great salsa. And I even found some produce. I think maybe because my Walgreens is right in the center of Chicago, like, you know, right where like there's a lot of tourists, there's a lot of hotels. They do a great job at stocking just some little end caps of some very simple produce. And I actually found a lime. I've had no margaritas, I promise. An avocado and some cherry tomatoes. So I picked all of that up. Of course, if you go to the regular grocery store, you can find all of this and so much more. But I'm just going to show you what I'm going to use as a base. And then I also have a can of black olives, which I forgot to get. So let me go out into my pantry. I hope you can still see me. I'm going to grab a jar of black olives because I want to add those to my tacos as well. So see, I went to my little olive bin. If you watch that video, Pantry Dry 101 organization, I walk you through how I organize my dry pantry, and I knew I had olives. So this is perfect. So I'm going to open those as well while it's heating. And the best way to tell if your oil is nice and hot, you take just the end of a wooden spoon and you put it in and it doesn't really do anything. It's not really that hot yet enough to add onions. We don't want to fry the onions, but you definitely want a couple little sizzles to happen. So I'm opening my can of olives. Again, I found these at my convenience store, corner store as well. And I love that the olives are going to give all of this a little bit of like a vinegary bite. So that's going to be perfect. And I'm going to, since I already have the beans, oops, that didn't open. And I can feel my oil is nice and hot. So I've got about a half a cup of 1/4-inch diced red onion. And I'm just going to add that to the saute pan with the olive oil. And I'm going to cook that for 5 to 7 minutes, just until they're translucent. I don't really want them to take on any color. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I don't know, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. Not much, because a lot of the products I'm using are coming from a can. So I don't want to add too much salt. And then about a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. That's going to be perfect. And just letting those kind of saute. And then I'm going to try to open this can again. Sunday mornings, I feel like I should be having a margarita. But I recognized this morning that I have no tequila. So I might have to just open up some wine. So I'm just going to come over here and just drain this can of olives right into the sink. Pour that liquid out, and then I'll chop those up in a minute as well. Oh, there's nothing like the smell of onions. It always smells like you're making something really fabulous. And in this case, we are. Corner store tacos. So now I'm going to get a clove of garlic chopped. And I get a lot of questions about how I peel garlic. So I really peel garlic, whole garlic cloves one way. I'm not going to put a ton of garlic in. Maybe I'll put 2 cloves. That sounds good. The easiest way to take the peel off of garlic is just use the back of your knife. Put the garlic clove right on top of your board. Knife on top and just flatten it down. And as you can see, the peel just comes right off. I very rarely buy garlic that's already peeled or in jars at the grocery store. The only garlic that I really buy that comes in a jar is I use it in my recipe for spicy edamame. There's something about the garlic that comes in a jar that's packed in that it kind of turns into almost like a paste. And I really feel like it adds a little bit more overall garlic flavor with a texture, if that makes sense. So I'm just mincing this up. You can hear the onions got a little quiet. I love this. They're cooking away. Perfect. Whoa. I never said I was a clean or organized cook. I'm pretty organized, but sometimes things go a little awry. So that is perfect. That's been, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. It doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to add in my garlic. And garlic burns really quickly. So I only cook garlic for maybe 60 seconds up to a minute. You just have to watch it, make sure it doesn't burn. And then, and keep it moving. I'm keeping it moving. Perfect. Garlic and onions make the whole house smell amazing. I love it. So now I'm going to add my black beans. If you like more red onion, by all means add more red onion, but that's going to be perfect for me. And then I have this taco mix, taco seasoning packet, I should say. And smells delicious. And I'm just going to add probably around half of that. I think that should be plenty. And then I'm going to take, I have some onions, a little bowl, and then I'm going to add in some salsa. This is about half a cup of salsa. Perfect. And I'm going to turn off the heat and stir that in. That just adds a little bit of moisture to the beans. Also helps distribute that seasoning. And then because I cook with electric, I have to remove my pan. So I'm just going to put this, if you don't have an electric, you could just put your skillet, actually I'll just put it off to the side. That'll be much easier. And then to that, now I'm going to get my tomatoes ready. So I have, I don't know, I'm probably going to use about a cup of tomatoes, and I'm just going to slice these in half. I'm not worrying about making them perfect. I just want this to be nice and delicious and have lots of body. And then after this, I'm also going to chop up some olives. So these might not be the most traditional tacos, but they are going to be delicious. So I think that is what is important, especially on a Sunday. I feel like you could make a big batch of this for you and your family. And it really, you can be in and out of the kitchen in under 20 minutes. So I'm going to stir in those tomatoes and then some black olives, maybe, I don't know, maybe half of the can. And I'm going to slice these nice and thin. And again, these are going to give a little vinegary bite. These are going to be delicious. Or if you don't want to slice them all by hand, you can even just give them a rough chop. Maybe that's what I'll do instead. Let's get in and out of this kitchen today. We can relax and hang out. I think Ryan and I might open up wine, maybe watch some shows on PBS, and just kind of have a nice relaxing Sunday before the work week of Monday ensues. So this is perfect. And then I have some of those green chilies. I'm going to put in the whole can, actually, because these don't have a ton of spice, but they have a little bit of a spice. Hot. I also have some jalapenos that I'll add onto my tacos. But look at how gorgeous these look. And then I'm going to add to that a little bit of lime zest. So I have just my handy dandy microplane or rasp, and I'm just going to grate in the zest of one lime. And I might even put in some juice too. I want to give these a little bit of limey edge. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll take this lime and I'll slice it up into eighths. Perfect. Just like this. I think this looks good. And when I serve the tacos, I'll serve them on the side. And you know, I think I'll even serve them. I won't even dirty up another dish. I'll just put them in this little green chilies can. And I think that'll look really cute. Just like that. So I'm going to put that over here on the side with my taco shells. And then I'm going to add in just a few more things. So I have an avocado. And instead of making guacamole, I think what I want to make is a little bit of like a avocado kind of paste. I think that will be really good in these tacos. So to take the pit out of an avocado, give myself a little bit more room here. I learned this from a friend of mine, Ina Pinkney. She taught me how to slice an avocado. So I take my knife and I just run my knife all the way around until I feel the pit. And then I take my knife and I run it the opposite direction, just like this. And it all comes right out. There's no jamming your knife into the pit trying to get the seed out. She owned a restaurant in Chicago for years, and she said that is one of the biggest reasons that her employees used to go to the hospital. Probably a good life tip to have in my back pocket. So I have just my avocado just like this. Still a little firm. I wish it was a little softer, but that's okay. It'll still be good. So I like that you can kind of take this recipe and adapt it to either what you have in your fridge, what your family loves or maybe doesn't like. Maybe your family doesn't like green chilies and they like green onions, or they like jalapenos versus, you know, other spices. So you can just kind of adapt this to your own life and what you have in your pantry. And now more than ever, we are all trying to, I think, use what we have. And then to that, I'm going to add, to those avocados, I'm going to add just a little fresh parsley. I did not get the parsley at Walgreens, but I did have some parsley from the grocery store. If you can really use herbs. You could use fat leaf Italian parsley like I am. You could use basil. You could use chives. You can use cilantro, but not a lot, just a little bit. Just add some green. And I'm going to get a fork. I'm going to mash this up, I hope. There we go. I'll do it over here so you can see a little better. And these are really tough. So I'm going to do like my grandmother used to do and take knives and just some sharp knives and slice this up just like this. This is how she used to make pie dough, actually. So sometimes when avocados don't want to cooperate, I just do this. And another little tip, if you don't have two sharp knives, you can take just a heavy glass jar and push on them this way. I learned this from a friend of mine. This is actually how we make guacamole. I just use the bottom of something heavy and just push it down. And I feel like it leaves the avocado nice and chunky. And you know when you get a big chunk of avocado in your guacamole, and you feel like you're winning at life? That's exactly what you're going to get here. So a little salt, a little pepper, and a little toss. And that is perfect. So let's build these tacos. Move everything. I've got my board here with my little can of lime wedges. And now, I use a lot of spoons when I cook. I don't know why, but I do. So now I'm going to take some of this delicious filling. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a... Get a little water. I have a little piece of parsley stuck in my throat. The joys of live cooking. Okay, here we go. So, just putting a little bit of filling right here. And obviously, I'm probably going to have a little bit of extra filling left. And I'm just going to save that, and I can roll that up into those tortillas later. Or you can save it and eat it with taco chips. But look how easy this is. I love this. You get a little bit of color from the tomatoes. It smells delicious. And you can fill your tacos just so quickly with this little method of holding the shells. I love this. And then I'm going to put some of this gorgeous avocado mash right on top. Oh, this smells so good. These look good. These smell good. Everything about this is going to be perfect. Perfectly delicious. Whoops. There we go. Keep building, keep building. And this, my friends, not bad for corner store ingredients. What do you guys think? I mean, I think that's pretty damn good for corner store ingredients. Corner store tacos. Who knew they were a thing? So, let me show you the whole presentation, because I really do think it's quite fabulous. I mean, look at that. It's pretty good. And Ryan, how long were we cooking for? 10 minutes. So we made corner store tacos in 10 minutes. So, or 15 minutes. So, I hope that you guys have a fabulous Sunday, and you hopefully have the ingredients in your pantry to make my corner store tacos. If not, look around, see what you have, and see what you can adapt and use what you have on hand. So, thanks for watching me today live on my YouTube channel. I'll be back tomorrow. You can, for another great corner store recipe, go to my website, marksievers.com, to get the full schedule right on my homepage. I have so many things coming up, including a special event for this coming Saturday night. We are going to have so much fun. We're going to cook. You and I are going to cook together live. So later on today, there's going to be a great link on what you need ingredients-wise, the recipes, and we're going to cook live, and there's going to be a celebration involved. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys have a fabulous Saturday. If you are sheltering in place like we are, please have fun, keep calm, and learn how to cook. See you guys later. Bye. I want tacos so bad.